Hello, I'm Jay, owner of Volunteer Audio in Oliver Springs, Tennessee, making a video just to compare the new Soundstream HDHU14Si to the factory Harley GTS boom radio. I want to go over the differences between them and let you know all the things you're going to gain if you go from your GTS radio to the SI radio. I just want this to be accurate and full of all the information you need so you make the right decision when upgrading your audio system in your Harley. All right, so since 2019, most people really wanted the new look of the GTS radio in their Harley, and it has been the most used radio when doing upgrades. But the GTS has some flaws. First off, you have, in a lot of cases, the rear speakers are not turned on in the radio, and you have to return to the dealer to flash those on. The EQ in it is terrible. You've got very minimal bass and treble adjustment, but at the same time, there's a factory bass boost built in that wants to blow your speakers if you had an amp and better speakers in the future. So you normally have to get a techno research tool and reflash for a boom audio flash, which flattens that EQ out, but at the same time, it attenuates that radio down to where you have a pretty weak signal going into your amps. On top of that, any other things you want to add to it, it seems like Apple CarPlay, you have to have a jumper or you have to get it flashed. Harley's got you in this idea or this plan of continually flashing your radio to make things work inside of it. At the same time, we've found out in the last year using the HDHU14 which is the same internal amp that's in our Soundstream radio, the SI, that we get much better sound out of the Soundstream Reserve radio than we get out of a GTS radio, even once it's flashed correctly. We're talking a 10 to 15% gain in sound. We also have a better equalizer, full 13 bands of adjustment, and high-pass filter and low-pass filters built into the SI radio that we don't have in our GTS radio. On top of that, we have better gauge information in the SI. So we know the GTS radio shows you things like oil pressure, and it's got these pop-ups, and there's a lot of data that can be seen in it. But we have every piece of data available on the data stream of your ECM can be built into a gauge on the SI radio. So now we can see performance things like 0 to 60 times, quarter mile times. We can see our speed and RPM and things like oil pressure and coolant temp, or actually engine air temp, because most of these aren't going to be liquid cooled. But we've got all these gauges all the way down to how lean or rich our motor's running through our O2 sensors, available for custom gauges and readouts on our SI radio. The factory radio does not have any way to connect an amplifier to it other than high level through its speaker levels. With the SI, we still have great, clean, high level input, but we also have front and rear RCA as well as subwoofer RCA outputs and full control over a subwoofer. So now we can set low pass filters and even a subsonic filter to do a band pass for mid basses through the sub out of the radio. This is impossible to do without adding a DSP to the GTS radio. And I'll tell you this, the GTS radio, it's had its flaws and we've worked with them. And a lot of people would have told you it was the best radio to put in. But all they were doing was masking these issues by adding a more expensive part like a DSP to it and making it overcomplicated to use to build an audio system. If you want clean, clear sound that's easy to adjust, the SI is the best source unit to upgrade for your audio system. So, custom gauge display, no longer needing to flash it, a better equalizer, camera input, better thumb controls actually. It does more functionality and you can even custom lay them out on the SI. Custom ability to add background images to make it look better, and even custom button colors makes it look better in your bike as well. So many additional things that the SI does over the GTS, and on top of that, it costs less money. The average cost of this SI radio is about $1,160, and in the used market, most people are getting $1,400 plus for their GTS radio. The dealership list price is $1,800, but we've seen most dealers selling them between $2,000 to $2,200 because of the long back orders. And then once you get your GTS radio, you want to add SiriusXM to it, you got to spend another $400 for a card to get put in for SiriusXM, and that comes already built in to this SI radio. In actuality, all you need is an SXV 300 SiriusXM tuner. It costs $35, and when you turn it on, you get a $70 rebate. So you actually make $35 adding SiriusXM to this radio. So many things make this a better option. Now, we'll back up and I'll tell you there's only one thing that it cannot do. The SI cannot send audio, and it cannot send navigation prompts from the radio to a wireless headset. You can do that with a GTS radio if you added a $400 wireless headset interface module as well. So you get where I'm going. You got an $1,800 radio, cheapest you can buy it new, that needs a $400 SiriusXM card and a $400 WIM to do any more than this radio will do, and it's still lacking in features. So I think you see the best bargain, the best price, the best warranty. It comes with a full 2-year warranty, and the best overall sound is going to come from the HDHU14Si. I hope this has answered questions you had on what's the difference between your radios. Definitely watch our other full review video where I go over the gauges, the motorcycle info, the way the thumb controls work. All of that is done installed in a bike at Volunteer Audio's YouTube channel, so definitely check that out. Like this video, please subscribe to our channel, and you'll always be up to date with the latest in motorcycle audio, and we strive to make sure it's as accurate as possible so you can make the best decisions. Thank you so much for watching. Please share with your friends. Comment below if you have any other questions about the 2 radios. Anything else you want to comment, I happily will reach out and make sure that we answer those questions if we didn't answer them now. Email us at sales@volaudio.com. You can purchase this radio at volunteeraudio.com at the link in the description or the link above me. Also, you can email us at sales@volaudio.com. You can call our sales team at 1-844-30-AUDIO, or you can visit our website and see everything we have to offer, including our plug-and-play amp and speaker packages built around this radio at volunteeraudio.com. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless.